you can see, a number of law enforcement officers in our studio this morning. Harris County and Houston are considered the drunk driving capitals of the U.S. Mothers Against Drunk Driving is teaming up with Precinct 1 for the 11th annual Walk Like MADD event. Constable Alan Rosen is here with KHOU 11 to talk about their mission to end driving under the influence. Good morning.
Good morning.
Carol, you and I share something. We both lost a loved one because of drunk driving.
Yes.
And at the time that my brother was killed, they're still trying to figure out whether a drunk driver was responsible. In fact, what the district attorney said was she was drunk. She didn't mean to do it. We've come a long way because of the work that organizations like MADD have done.
Yes, we have.
And in your case, it was your son.
Yes, and my future daughter-in-law.
All right. Okay, so when we say driving under the influence, we say under the influence because we know that not just drinking alcohol, but drugs and other things are involved as well.
Absolutely.
But it is no longer an excuse.
It is no longer an excuse, and as a community, we have to come together behind this. And today is a testament to that. In your audience, there's all kinds of different law enforcement agencies present and MADD representatives who are out here trying to bring a message that you cannot drink and drive, and you cannot drive under the influence of drugs.
Yeah.
And this weekend's MADD Walk is precisely that, to raise funds so that MADD can go out and do the great work that they do for being a victim's advocates and collaborating with law enforcement. And we're just trying to promote MADD, and we're promoting the mission in which MADD does. And we appreciate you for always standing with us.
Yeah. Well, I'm
really
saying you don't choose a mission may choose you. And in this case, a mission chose me one Wednesday night when my mom called and said, brace yourself, your baby brother's just been killed by a drunk driver. We used to call them, drunk driving accidents. But because of the education, which is so key, we don't call them accidents anymore, do we?
No, we don't. It's a crash.
Yeah.
Because if you drink and you get behind the wheel of that car and you know that you've had too much to drink, it's not an accident. We consider that not an accident.
You're purposely going out and you're drinking. And I always say this whenever we talk about weekend initiatives, Memorial Weekend and things like that. You make a plan on where you're going to go, who you're going to be with, what you're going to wear. You have to make a plan on how you intend to get home if you're going to drink and
we
drive.
have more options today than ever before.
So many. There's so
sure
many.
do.
Yeah. Carol, tell us about that moment for you when you decided that you could work with MADD on this mission because of losing your son and daughter-in-law.
I have to tell you, MADD has become a second family to me. And I truly don't know whether I would have made it without them. I felt, what would Todd want me to do? What would Ray Lynn want me to do? And they would want me to save lives.
Yeah.
So my tagline is save a life, as MADD's tagline is no more victims.
Yeah. And when this whole organization was started, it was from a mother's love and a mother's pain.
Yes, it was.
And in the beginning, people were like, okay, it's just those mad mothers marching. And then people started to really listen because numbers aren't numbers. They are people. And if you share stories, it does save lives. You've shared your stories many times. I spoke to a school before their senior prom one year. And I got a call on Monday morning, and a girl said, we were supposed to be in the car where 4 kids were killed. And she said, but I heard you say, do I want my mother to pick an outfit for my graduation, or do I want my mother to pick something out for my casket? And so because of my brother's story, in his death, he gave 2 others life. And so we share those stories. And again, I can't say it enough, that the numbers are not just numbers. And you think it's just you can get home. You think you can get home. You think you can make it. Don't think twice about something like that.
Yeah, there's too many alternatives.
That's
as
right.
you said, there's too many other ways to get home.
Yeah, and even if you don't kill someone, you're going to go through something if you get caught. You're going to go through something.
Very, very much true. Yeah. And that's why MADD walks like this and what we're doing for the community, to bring the community out for this walk, for this fundraiser, is so important. When a victim has to go to court, MADD representative goes with them. They're not alone in this process. And there's just so many victims out there and so many lives that have been impacted by drunk and drug driving. And it's just too important of a mission that MADD does.
There are a lot of things we don't have control over. This we have control over.
100%.
Yeah.
Preventable.
Yeah. All right. So you mentioned if not for this organization, you might not have been able to hold on and be here. So we have the Walk Like MADD, as you mentioned, hosting that 5K, and then people can get involved all kinds of ways. You can donate. You never know when you might be donating to your own cause, right?
That's right.
Be a virtual walker. That's a great way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
So you don't actually have to come out. Right.
Yeah. That's right.
You can just donate and actually have be a virtual walker. You can bring your dog. You can bring your children. There's going to be law enforcement assets there, from high water rescue vehicles to helicopters to all kinds of food trucks and different
Now
things.
you're talking.
Yeah.
You said food
See,
trucks,
that's right.
games. So point being, it's a really fun, great atmosphere.
It is.
But it also has a serious underlying message to it that
Very.
you hope that that people just spread the word. I know we have a group of high school students in our audience as well today, right? And so important for them as well, because it's one of those things that a lot of people think, it's the rite of passage of a teen is to drink. Underage, you can't drink.
That's right.
We saw on the news recently where that 12-year-old girl was drunk and driving a car. So not worth it, not worth your life. I just want to end by saying, did you call the rest of them and tell them what to wear today?
We did. We all coordinated.
Yeah.
That's because we planned.
Yeah, you planned. All right. Thank you all very, very much for the work you do. Thanks for the work that you do as well. The 11th annual Walk Like MADD is happening this Saturday, May 18th at 9 a.m. at Houston Community College Northeast. Register now at walklikemadd.org/Houston.